Hi there again, BookTube, Leanne here, and welcome back to another video. So I have recently hit 200 subscribers, which is amazing, and I just want to thank each and every single one of you for subscribing to me. It's absolutely brilliant that over 200 people come to my channel and watch my videos, or even subscribe to me and likes the fact that I stand here talking about the books that I love to read or about the books that I read each month. So it's amazing that you guys have hit that subscribe button and watch my videos. Thank you ever so much for being here, or else I'd just be standing here talking to myself about books, which is perfectly fine. I'm happy to do that, but it's great that I have people I can chat to down in the comments or on Discord just through my videos. I absolutely love that I can chat to you guys about all these wonderful worlds that we explore together. So I had 10 people send me questions through Discord, and if you want me to make a part 2 of this video, because you guys haven't really had a chance to, like the people who are on Discord have had a chance to ask me questions, you guys haven't. If you want to put a question in the comments section down below, if I get enough questions from you guys, I will make a part 2 of this video to answer your guys' questions too. If I don't get many, I'll just answer you guys in the comments, but I'll allow them to accumulate and see if I do get enough to make a part 2. So that'd be fun. So, on to the questions. Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads asks, what is your favourite magical creature and why? For this, my answer has to be Cerberus, the three-headed dog who guards the underworld. Fun fact, he guards the exit to the underworld, so he actually stops people coming out back into the world of life. So he's kind of trapping them in the world of the dead. So that's kind of his job. I absolutely adore him. It's just this great thing that they've got this very typical dog, like a guard dog that a lot of people have, even in the world today. And they've just made him this huge, scary, like three-headed, snake-tailed dog that just will not let you out. It's like got heads and literally at the back of him, and you just can't get past him without him knowing you're there. And I just think it's amazing that they made a guard dog just this huge, big, scary monster. And I love Cerberus so much. He's just, oh, I love him. Some of these names I can't pronounce. Is it Lardia or Yardia? Asks, what's my favourite indie book or series? And the ones I can think of are probably ones I've read recently. I think I've only just started reading a few indie self-publishing authors. So I'm going to go with probably The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wang, which was absolutely brilliant. I could not put that book down while I was reading it. That was absolutely fantastic. There was a few things that were bad, but other than that, it was the technology aspect just didn't seem to work for me. But other than that, the story was just so amazing, and you got so wonderfully attached to the characters that it just, they really held you and wouldn't let you go until that story was over. That was an amazing story. And another one I will mention is The Winds of Strife by Yuji Gutman, which I read last month. I really enjoyed that too. That's the kind of magic system that really grips me. There it focuses on a certain thing. This focuses on emotions, and that's how you use magic, and I think that's a really cool magic system, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm gonna go with those two. And then Pete from Ponderings of Pete asks, what is the most piratey thing you've ever done? I had to sit and think a lot about this question because I was like, what piratey thing have I ever done? I don't know. I mean, I've been on a boat. But then I was like, oh, I have done fencing. Pirates do sword fighting. I did a fencing lesson one time when I was at Centre Parks, and I really enjoyed it actually. It was so fun. So I suppose that's the closest thing to a piratey thing I've done, because I've never stolen anything. So maybe that. I genuinely can't think of anything else, so I'll go with sword fighting and fencing, because that was pretty fun. I don't know if any pirates have ever done archery, and I did that for a while whilst I was at uni. But that's more of a soldiery thing, I guess, or a I don't know. But I suppose yeah, fencing is the most piratey thing I've ever done, I guess. So Bridget asks, would you who would you first choose to cosplay? I have cosplayed before. I dressed up as Harleen Quinzel when I went to Comic Con, so that's one I've already done. And that was super fun. I wore like a lab coat and a lanyard with Harley Quinn's stuff on it, info, and that was fun. My partner dressed up as a Joker. I'll try and insert a picture of it. It wasn't amazing cosplay or anything because low budget, but but we had a go and it was good fun. But if I was gonna do it now again, I'm trying to think who I would be. I'd probably be either like a Lady Loki. That would be quite fun to put together, or maybe Scarlet Witch. This is probably because I've watched both of those shows lately. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So right now I'd probably go for those because they look really cool. And I've seen like Lady Loki in comics and stuff, and she looks awesome. So I'd probably right now, if I was going to do it, go for one of those two characters. So Patrick, Daddy Starfish from Discord, has asked, do you like time travel? I do like time travel. I loved watching Doctor Who growing up when I was like a teenager. I really got into Doctor Who and just binged them over and over and over again. So, yeah, I love time travel based on that. I really love it in shows where, like, you know, when the character kind of from an outsider perspective looks back on their life, like they travel back in time and like see themselves go through things, and it kind of gives you perspective on their past experiences. I kind of like that trope too, where they're like watching themselves and they're reacting to what they did or whatever. So I quite like that too. But I do really like time travel as long as it's done well. Like I like the fact that in Doctor Who, yeah, it can be a bit hokey here and there and fun, but like there are consequences to your actions, especially if you travel into the past and you interact with like yourself or something. There are consequences for it, and I really really like that aspect of Doctor Who, the fact that like things will happen if you do something wrong. So yeah, I quite like time travel. I think it's quite fun. Walker Wright 7 asks, what would be your favourite fictional place to go on vacation? And for this, I'd probably either go for the wall from Stardust. That'd be pretty cool, like over the wall to the magical side. I would love that because I'm pretty sure that like the side they live on is meant to be like magic free, basically this world. Yeah, I'd it'd be so cool to go over the wall and just experience everything over there. So it'd be a cool place to go on holiday. Not a cool place to stay because I might get killed if I stayed there for a long period of time. Maybe. Also, Howl's Moving Castle would be a amazing place to go. I know it's a weird place to go on vacation because it's somebody's home, but I would love to go in Howl's Moving Castle and just because you can travel as you go. You can go different places from the castle because it's walking around. So I think that's cool. He also asks, where would you want to live? And I would say Howl's Moving Castle. I would absolutely live with them. 100%. I just want Kelsey to be my friend, guys. He's like, oh, he's the like cutest little fire demon ever, and I love him. So moving on, Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads asks me another question. What's my favourite food? And I would probably say either sausage pasta bake with lots and lots of cheese because it's amazing and it tastes so good. Like, funny story about pasta, and I know that sounds really random, but I used to hate pasta. I know, what is wrong with me? Like, since I was little, from when I was in primary school, I think it's because one of the dinner ladies at my school tried to force me to eat pasta, like spaghetti pasta with nothing on it, and I thought it tasted disgusting because it had no flavour apart from plain pasta. And so basically, until my adult life, I just thought I didn't like pasta. And then I tried it with actually some sauce on it, and it was delicious, and I've not looked back since. So I am probably one of the only students in the world that went to uni and didn't eat pasta. That is so weird to even think now because I eat pasta every single week. I love pasta. I can't live without pasta. It's always in my meal plans now. But yes, it's either pasta bake or a roast dinner. And I know that's really generic, but I love having a roast dinner. It's just so delicious. Oof. Stephanie also asks me, if you could have one magical power, what would it be? And I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, but I would love to be able to fly. I'd love to be able to like use telekinesis. And I was like, they're really generic answers. And I really thought about it. I was like, I'd be able to fly if I could shapeshift because I would be able to, well, shapeshift into a dragon or a bird or something. Thanks for reminding me, Dragon's Mage. The book I got today is so pretty. Um, but I would love to be able to shapeshift because I'd probably be able to harness quite a few powers by turning into animals and stuff and be able to use like their abilities. So, absolutely, as long as I could shapeshift into anything, that would be super cool. If I could only shapeshift into one thing, I'd probably shapeshift into like an eagle or something, so I would be able to fly too. That'd be super cool. But yes, definitely shapeshifting would be awesome. Next question is from Grace Dion, and she's put, congratulations on reaching 200. For the question, if you could choose one book or series to experience again for the first time, what would it be? Oh, it'd probably be either Gideon the Ninth, because I adore this book so much, and I think it's amazing. I've read it twice already this year, as you probably know by now. um, the other one would probably be Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, because I've read that over and over and over again, and I can't get enough of it. It's just so good. And if I could just take that out of my mind and read it again for the first time, that would be so cool. Because it's just, I remember reading it for the first time. I was absolutely fascinated. I loved it. So, one of those two. So, Dominish from Dominish Books has put, create a story in 3 parts. Would what would your favourite location, character, and plot combine? So, I had to sit and think about this as well. So, character, my favourite character would be Gideon from Gideon the Ninth, and her in most other situations would be crazy. But what I come up with was even weirder. So then, my favourite location is probably Howl's Moving Castle, which is very strange. Can you imagine Gideon in the Howl's Moving Castle? It's so whimsical and nice, and Gideon's just very sweary and um, cool and edgy, and yeah, I think she would. I think that would be so weird, but I think her in a really chill life would be kind of nice. But then also, my favourite plot is probably like the heist story from Six of Crows. So it's Gideon in a walking castle on a heist somehow. I mean, at least she's got a house she can run away in. I mean, that's cool, you know. She when she's traveling, she got a nice warm fire and a bed. No camping for Gideon in this situation, I guess. That's so weird. I can't even imagine this very whimsical, very dark story that this would be. Yeah. That thanks, Dom. That's a very weird story. Yeah. It's like a necromancer swords person in a whimsical castle going on a heist. So weird. But it's intriguing. It's a very intriguing idea. So my last question is from Ursi from Cersei's Booked, and she's put, so happy for you. Have you travelled to anywhere cool or special? And if so, share a fun memory. Fun fact, I've never left the country in a good experience. So I did once go to Italy on a school trip, but yeah, it wasn't good. I don't count it. I didn't like it one bit because I went with a bunch of bullies, basically. I'm not going to go into it because it's just depressing, but I'm not counting Italy. It's not a good experience. I'm not even going to say that that's the answer to this question. So, for all intents and purposes, I've only stayed in the UK. So, probably my favourite holidays have been to Centre Parks, and they're such a lovely, lovely place to go on holiday. So I'm probably going to answer that. You can literally go swimming every day as part of the expenses included, which is absolutely fantastic, and I've loved doing that. You can also like pay for like all these different experiences. So you can do archery. That's where I did fencing for that like one lesson. You can do like you can get hawks to land on you, so falconry, that's it, and falcons. And I got to saw a big golden eagle, which was amazing, and I got to actually stroke it. So that's the only time I've ever seen an eagle. And hawks, actually. That was a really cool experience. You can do all sorts of like outdoorsy stuff. You can do climbing, you can go get a massage if you need to relax. There's like so much you can do there, and I've loved every moment. I remember I went when I was pregnant with my son, and I got a massage there, like a pregnancy inclusive massage kind of thing. And that was lovely. Like I felt good for like 2 days after that, and I was in a lot of pain when I was pregnant. And the swimming was amazing, and I just adored it. So I've been Centre Parks maybe 3 times now. I've been to the Sherwood Forest one twice, and one time I went to like the Lake District, which was beautiful. But yeah, I took my son earlier this year in May, and he loved every minute. He keeps asking if he can go back on holiday, and I keep having to say one day because it is an expensive one. um, but it's absolutely gorgeous there, and I would, if you're in the UK, I'd definitely say go because it's gorgeous. And there's just endless things you can do. You can do loads there. It's so much fun, and they have a pancake house. So there's loads of delicious places that you can eat delicious food. So yeah, Centre Parks is my wonderful experience. So thank you very much for watching, you guys. This was my Q&A video. And once again, if you have any questions for me, don't forget to leave them down in the comments. And hopefully I'll accumulate enough to make a part 2 for this, because I had about 10 questions here. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in and I'll see you in my next video. TTFN. Bye bye.